Bum, bum, bum. Hey internet, how's it going? It's me, LTGuitarist, Liam, making music on a Monday, because that's what Mondays are for. I couldn't think of a name for this stream. Let's, just before we get into it, I don't know what I'm doing, just something with Cubase, I guess, big plans. We were talking last week about coming up with plans. So talking about what am I going to do in these streams in advance. And the truth is that I don't often think about it. I just sort of jump on, I'm like, aha, let's make music. And actually the consensus was you guys would like a little more thought. Which is fine, absolutely fair enough. So I've had a couple ideas. I'm not going to be able to do this every week because sometimes I just don't have the capacity to think of an idea. Sometimes these ideas that I've got here in my physical real world diary, because I'm an old man, they require a little bit of setup, and that's not always going to be possible for a variety of reasons. I'm sure you understand that, but in general, yeah, I'm going to think of some ideas and then see them through on live streams. So we're going to have something for the next 3 weeks at least. Monday 14th we're going to do guitars versus Chaos pads. I own 2 Chaos pads. The red, the KP3, I own 2 of these, and I like running guitars through them. This one I bought off Dan Lassac of Dan Lassac versus Scroobius Pip, so fun little fact for you there. And the other one I've just had for years, when they were sort of new. I think did I get it second hand? Doesn't matter, details. Yeah, we're going to do something with guitars and 2 Chaos pads. It's going to be glitchy, it's going to be sampley, it's going to be weird. I'm going to run I guess the Line 6 Pod Pro, this thing, through Chaos pads, and see what we end up with. It's going to be bugged out and odd. It's going to be fun. That's next Monday the 14th. Monday after that, the 21st of November, we are going to do another one of those streams where I only use Cubase stuff. So not stock Cubase products, but only Steinberg plugins. So I'm not limited to only half the Pad Shop presets, or like Halley and Sonic, but not Verve or the lo-fi piano thing. Hey Federico, how's it going, buddy? So that's going to be on the 21st. We're just going to use Steinberg products, and I mean the difference there is that I'm going to not be able to use battery or contact, which I'm going to use a load today. Then on the 28th, I'm going to try and make a piece of... Okay, well no, I will make a piece of music. Whether or not it will be good we'll have to see. I'm going to try and make the best piece of music I can out of only one sample. If I remember, which I won't, I will put a poll up on Instagram or Twitter or both, and then combine the results of what that sample should be. And if it's a fart that wins, then yeah, I'll use a fart sample. I'll cut it up, I'll repitch it, I'll make chords out of it. Yeah. So we're going to use granular synthesis. We're going to use granular synthesis. We're going to use repitching, resampling. We're going to have a great time, speeding up, slowing down, probably a fart sample. Yeah, and that's all I have planned for the moment in my old physical diary, because I am an old man. That's the plan for the future. What are we going to do today? I don't know. Let's find out. Let's start off. Have I tagged this as lo-fi? I have tagged this as lo-fi. Well, maybe we should do something lo-fi then. Seeing as we're here. So then let's add... I also discovered something really helpful. You can totally send instruments to groups. It's just that the way the information is displayed is different to audio tracks, but you can totally send instrument channels to groups. I just discovered that by accident today. So there's a fun little fact for you. What was I loading? I was loading Hallian, because I need the nice lo-fi piano that I'm a big fan of. That everyone's a big fan of. It's a great plugin. I like it a lot. I can't remember if it was free, but it was good. Lo-fi piano. Oh no, I don't want random. I want something with a little more control. Shopping mall. I've used that a lot. Midnight snack. I don't believe I've used. Ooh. Don't know what that is. No, I would be fine to work with a fart sample. I'm going to record that in. How was it? I quite like that. The reason I came up with that idea actually is because I saw on the big screen recently a film score that I worked on. I say big screen, bigger than these monitors. Let me just write this in. Cool. Cool, I'll come put that into something in a second. The reason I brought that up is I saw a film score that I worked on, and I was reminded how much I'd lent on a single sample in this 20-minute film score. I got the sound of a modem whirring, like a modem kind of, and then I sped it up, I slowed it down, and I used it in like a million different places, and no one knows exactly where apart from me, and I find that very entertaining. So that's what gave me the idea to see how far I could push it with just one piece of audio. So how long? I think it would happen before a beat, wouldn't it? Cool, yeah. I'm going to have them all sort of held for that duration. Let's have them all a bit softer than that. There we go, nice. And let's just put them out of time ever so slightly. And then we'll have like a nice sort of bustly kind of drum kit in a lower tempo. So we're going to use the principles of lo-fi, but we're not going to make it like exclusively lo-fi because that's boring. So what I'm going to do I'm going to take up a drum kit and then we're going to beat it up. We're going to go a faster tempo. This is going to be fun because I can sort of hear a specific thing in my head, but we need to basically take a drum kit and beat it up slightly. So we're just going to go tempo here. We're going to increase the tempo by a bit. That's what? That's 10, a little less than 10 BPM. On the beat will be slightly more powerful. Hey, Collie Music, how's it going? Thank you so much for the raid. How are you doing today? How long have you been live? What have you been doing? What's up? We are in the middle of, well, we've literally just started. We're going to make something really stupid. I say stupid. It's because I'm doing it. That's why it will be stupid. Thank you for the follow, the Zoomers. Good stuff. We are making something kind of lo-fi-y. We're going to use a lot of lo-fi techniques, but we're going to create something a little more upbeat. This is the piano I have so far. You know what? That took me a full hour to write. Not true. A couple of minutes. I'm so glad you guys are here. We are in the process of creating a drum loop in a slightly faster tempo than we're actually working down here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to bounce that back into Cubase. We're going to probably add like a little bit of tape distortion and like a little bit of warble and lo-fi stuff. And then we're going to resample that into probably Battery. I reckon Battery. Battery's a good shout. So I'm just coming out with like a little pattern here. Because I kind of want that hip hop sort of break start where it's like the kick and the hi-hat together, and I figure I may as well just make that myself. So we've got this pattern here. I just want to think of a slightly different version for the second bar. We're going to put that kick forward. We're not going to have that kick, and we're not going to have all these extra snares. We're also going to take most of these hi-hats and we're going to put them slightly in front of the beat so it feels a little bit more like it's played by a person. Yeah, I'm going to let that hi-hat ring out a little bit more. Boom, boom. Let's try that. Slightly higher velocity for all of those, and I kind of want a higher pitch hi-hat, especially if we're going to end up tuning that down. So we're just going to go into Contact here and tune that up ever so slightly. There we go. And I'm not really worried about the tail because we're not really actually going to use this drum kit that much. So I'm going to go... No, I'm going to add effects first, aren't I? Forgot about the effects. So we're going to jump in. We're going to use Steinberg EQ. We're going to use frequency. We're going to use dynamics, vintage compressor. And actually before frequency and compressor, we're going to add... Now bear with me, folks. We're going to add a little bit of reverb and then we're going to add a little bit of distortion. I know, it's fine. Don't worry about it. So distortion, we're just going to use Amp Simulator. I'm going to bypass those for the moment and just make sure it sounds good one at a time before we ruin it. So that's a little bit too much. That's quite nice, I like that. I think that's alright, and then we'll go frequency. And compressor. Cool, done. So let's go. Reverb, yeah, reverb and distortion in that order. It's a powerful combo. So drum bounce is what we're going to do. Boons, drum bounce, and we want to create new audio track once we've exported. Let's do that. Nice. I'm gonna create a folder of stuff to mute. Mute me. There we go. Shove that in there. Mute that folder. And we can sort of just forget about it. In fact, if I put it at the bottom, that's easy to forget about. And I might also just put it over here in the future where we don't have to think about it. So then we've got to cut these drums up a little bit once they're in the original time. So I'm going to put a little marker over here. Oh, my mouse has failed. That's good. I'm just going to blow into a thing. Don't worry about it. Hey, it worked. Let's put that there. And then let's copy that, put that there. Cool, we can lock that off and not worry about it. So you'll notice that this block is slightly too short. So we're just going to press 1 a couple times until that clock appears on the cursor, and then just stretch that out. So we're using the time stretch. The default time stretch algorithm is crap. So we double click on the clip to open it up, and then at the top here where it says Elastic Pro Time, we're going to change that to tape. Because what that does is it emulates the fact that when you slow things down with tape, with analog gear, you lower the pitch, basically. Jeffrey Music hasn't used Cubase in years. Why not, my dude? What do you use? What's your DAW? If you're coming from a Collie stream, I can only imagine it's Ableton? Upwards inflection, because I'm guessing slightly. I'm a big fan of Cubase, man. Not just because they put me on their website, but that does sort of help a little bit. That's the clip I want. There it is, that's nice. Now, is there going to be a... Yeah, so we've got like quite a short snare. That might not work. But we have got a kick sample I'm really happy with there. Logic guy. Matt Keyser. Makes sense. I'm just PC. That's just the way it is for me. I like to build my stuff. I like to have someone build my stuff for me. Yeah, I mean, there's no reason that I use Cubase more than anything else. Federico on YouTube makes a great point. Cubase is great for MIDI. 100%. I think like I just got given a Cubase license when I bought my first little crappy Tascam audio interface. That's the only reason I stuck with Cubase. And then I worked in a school for a few years, nearly a decade, where we were basically trying to teach 14-year-olds to use a 10-year-old version of Pro Tools. I mean, Pro Tools, which is not incredibly intuitive for grown-ups, let alone 14-year-olds. It was stupid. I can't drag and drop. Well, goddamn. I started using Logic at yeah, that makes perfect sense. So I'm going to have to export this separately. So we're just going to go kick bounce. I'm not going to bring that into a new track. What we are going to do instead is not give away my client details. Move that folder over there. I don't think there's anything incriminating there. It's fine. Live stream today's date. Mix down. Open up battery again. And we're going to drag and drop. I'm going to put that in a group so it mutes itself. So anytime you press that button, because at the moment if I press that, it overlaps, right? I want it to cut itself off. So we're going to go voice group 1. Yep, I like that a lot. So we're going to do a little intro pattern here and then worry about the rest of the drum kit. I'm going to make things slightly more colourful because I can. I should probably label my tracks as well. Ugh. Piano there. Kit pads, drum pads, lo-fi piano. We did Pro Tools stuff at uni, obviously, but for what I do, Logic is fine. Right. I think I'd only get Pro Tools if I was doing Pro Film Studio stuff. The subscription model can do one, man. I don't know why everyone needs to use a subscription model these days. Just give us some goddamn software that we paid for, you know. It's a pain in the ass. I do indie film scores, and again, like Cubase works really well. They introduced a thing in the most recent update where you could have 2 video files simultaneously. Crazy. I'm a big fan of that. I think I want all of them the same velocity, really. Maybe I need to get rid of that velocity curve. It's one of those things where I can hear it in my head, but I'm not sure. Maybe we need that loop to happen a couple times. Or maybe we need the drums to come in. Yeah, not sure. Let's write the drum part in abstract for the moment. I'm pretty sure that happens on the beat. Okay, so we need some more drum parts there. That's fine. Let's cut some of these. So we'll take that snare. That snare actually starts here. So we might have a slightly out of time snare. That's fine. Not the end of the world. It might be the end of the world, and if so, I'm sorry. Export audio, mix down, snare, bounce. And I might just use like a stock hi-hat, actually. We don't necessarily need to faff around. Although I do like faff. Big fan of faff. That needs to be in its own thing as well. Maybe they all need to be in the same. Maybe they need to cut each other off. Yeah, that'll do. Let's increase all of their velocity. Let's stick some hi-hats on there. Samples. Analog. Forgot the word for hi-hat there. That was good. Actually, no, we do have a drum kit here. Let's just use that. What am I on about? I think that was the one. Let's cut that right there. Shut up. There it is. Imperator on YouTube. How's it going, my buddy? I'm going to boost that slightly. That works. Export audio mix down. Hat bounce. And we'll see. Do we need another kick without the hi-hat in it? Maybe. Yeah, we'll grab that as well. Kick 2. There it is. Export audio mix down. Kick 2 bounce. Right, nice one. So then we can open up the instrument. We can actually just drag and drop. Is it just 2 of them? Yeah, sorry, I'm losing my mind slightly. Another kick here. Let's put all of these in the same group for the moment. I guess we want those in between. In between everything? I'm guessing. It's not quite the vibe I wanted. So let's put those in a different group. We'll just have those doing eighths, and we'll put them in a different group so they don't screw with everything else. Put that in group 2. Maybe. I suppose if it's got the hi-hat in it, we don't need the other hi-hat. That's cool. Let's put the hi-hat slightly behind the beat there. And let's see if that blends with the piano part at all, which I know deep down it probably will not. It doesn't not work. I think it's because I'm trying to do that thing where you start the kick before the beat, which should be there. So that would be like that. Comes in there. Let's put that drum beat there. I guess we need to do 2 of them before the drum comes in. Maybe there? Maybe we need a pad or something giving a bit more pulse than there. Something changed. Oh, because I'm an idiot. That's not news. It shouldn't be anyway. Let's push that back a little bit. Ulrich Fassbender, how's it going, my dude? Imperator, drums are brutal and dirty, piano is clean. Yes, for now. I kind of actually want to bring back the grittiness ever so slightly. I maybe bring down the tempo slightly as well. No, I'm going to stick with the tempo for the moment. Then we'll see. So I definitely want... Definitely. A word I can't spell. Something kind of pad-like. Let's try retro machines that we can put like quite a lot of tempo-based modulation on. I don't know what this is. Interesting. Why you know? Why you know? Alright, folks, place your bets. What stupid thing have I done? What stupid thing? Ah, no output. And now what's wrong with it? What have we done? Stereo out. There we go. That's not the sound I wanted. I want something kind of open, not especially dense, which I know is, I mean, a pad is there to fill space. Digital machines. Let's have a look at Memory Man. Memory Sneaky. Ooh. Let's go up an octave. Did that not? If we kill the attack a bit. By kill, I mean raise. Maybe. That's so feeble, I'm not sure that's going through. Let's try Cozy Pad. I like that. Is it the mod wheel that? Yeah, it describes that. Okay, that's pretty cool. So we could perhaps have that there and then dip in and out of that. Yeah, that might be fun. So we'll have like the tempo-based modulation in there, but we'll also have that not so tempo-based modulation. So let's record. I think we just want to have like a nice... sort of 2-bar pad or something. So let's go. And we'll have one before that as well. Or will we? No, I'll just stretch that one out a little bit. So then I want to play with the mod wheel. I'll do that inside the clip, in fact. I'll do that here first. So modulation. We want to start it kind of up here, I guess. Slower, much slower into that. And then back down to like 0. Oh, interesting. Didn't do it. Maybe we have it there instead. We drop back down to 17. This is the nitty gritty. This is the fun music bit. I mean, to be honest, like, Federico on YouTube makes a perfectly reasonable point that I have the most loyal fans because we're 40 minutes in and no one still really has a clear idea of what is actually going on in my head. Me neither. Like, I played this piano part, and then I had the drum part in my head. Actually, let's get rid of the ones on the one, because that's cooler. And that's as far as my brain went. At the moment, I just want to get a pad in there to kind of set the pace, I guess, just to give us essentially so we can have like a metronome running, because we've got drum parts without beats on the one, and we've got keyboard parts that start on the and of the previous bar. So it might be nice to have something in there that sets just like a little bit more of a foundation in there. So let's add in, where have you gone? Modulation, tremolo, or maybe chopper, I don't know. I don't really want spatial. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that. So how does it all sound together? Does it make any sense? So that... Cool. So with the pad, I want that sort of wibbly wobbly thing to come in here. Sorry, I'm getting loads of messages and they all need to go away. This is my sacred Cubase time. Let's keep that like that, and we'll do a few different versions of that. This one we're actually going to start the pad up here, and we'll perhaps have it sort of come in from further away in terms of like the mod wheel. So we'll do that. Have that down here. I think it's got to start at like close to 17 at least. Cool. We'll keep that there. I'm just going to come into these and just make like slight alterations to the modulation command, just for a bit of variety, just because it's more fun that way. Yes, like that. Done. Easy. Cool. So they do kind of step on each other's toes a little bit, don't they? So this is in the B2 to 4 range. It's in the 2 to 3 range. Okay, so the sort of the crucial notes are in the way of each other. What if that was up an octave? I prefer the piano down where it was, but I think that feels better in terms of the mix. So we'll maybe have another version that we come back to at some point that is in that original position. So then maybe these for the intro, we can start lower. Because then we can have the volume up a little bit there, can't we? Piano, yeah. So let's try. Yeah, I do like the piano down where it was. It just doesn't fit with the pad. And because the pad's already got like some filtering going on, it's just a little bit harsh in that upper area. But maybe we'll have like another section shortly where the piano can go back to where it was. So we can do this, and I'm going to label that as one section. We're then going to do this, and we're going to label that as... maybe I'll use yellow, so it sort of indicates that it's the same sort of thing. So if we have the piano back here for this, do 4 of them. And then we'll maybe just not use the pad and use bass instead, because I think this is quite low and quite bassy in a nice way. But we do need something else in there. I think we also need to pump these drums like in a big way. So let's just expand this. Maybe the kicks. Yeah, that's a bit better. So we're just separating them out with a little bit of filtering there. And then I think we're going to try and limit them in a big way. I think that one needs... maybe that needs a hi-hat there. I think that'll work better. What was that? Yeah. To loop or to change? Thinking. There's not a lot in my brain. Maybe that helps. So let's have big bassy sound from Retrolog. I'm going to get rid of the pad there. Let's take this and basically use that as a fill for this last section. That's what your fill is. Congrats on your new fill. Yeah. We're going to use Retrolog. We're going to use... going to start with that as kind of a sub. What are we in? B or E? Yeah, B. So let's start building in the bass now and then work out the sound in a second. Yeah. CD. Maybe. Faster than that. We're going to play with the sound as that loops. Stick the glide on. Let's change that. There we go. modulate that, I think, with a low foam. Go for a little bit of pitchiness as well. Select to multi-D tune. Like that. This is the chorus. Let's go back to this one. So then we'll just have like that, I think. Some kind of bass like that. But a different piano part, and I want to make the piano slightly crunchier as well. There we go. Shove that off to the left a little bit. Shove the pad off to the right a bit. So that could be where we use the other part. Oh wait. Oh, those were the higher ones, weren't they? What if it's this? Nah, I prefer the lower. Let's space that piano out a bit. Let's do something like that. Yes. And I think maybe we'll stick the sustain pedal on. Or maybe just like a crap load of reverb. Probably... I think we've needed sustain pedal up to this point, have we? So if I just do this, sustain, there it is, and add. Sorry, I know you can't see that, but I do it anyway. We just leave that up in the air for that much. Yeah. Let's change that pattern just to kick snare. We'll filter that down like significantly, I think, because we can. I say filter, we're just going to use EQ. I'm going to bring in the Monster Drums preset, which we've already used. So sue me. I'm maybe going to reduce it a little bit though. And we're going to use this to just cut stuff out a little bit. So then we'll have EQ gain coming in here. We're also going to find the frequency about here as well. Perhaps not that extreme. Then we'll have a version of that section again. Like so. I was thinking a little bit of something like that on the drums. Yeah. We'll go back to a slightly more normal drum pattern there as well. Let's put that there. And we'll put a little dagger. We'll have that brighten up a little bit more there. Or let's do So I guess we want the pad or something to be doing something a little more interesting in that section. So I'm going to come in here. I'm going to get rid of the modulation there. Yeah. The pad is a little less than ideal. Sorry. Snare, as you say, Federico. I will have a play with that in a moment. Maybe that. Although we've heard that chord a million times, so what if we start there? 1, 2, 3, and we'll go below. We don't need the lower octave there, do we? So we could change those into thirds. No. I think we need something a little, much more interesting. So let's try and work something out on the piano, because we're in B. I mean, that's all 90s dance music. Which is nice, but ooh, hello. Maybe, so that's... Oh, quite nice, actually. Start with a sus. sus4. Let's do that. So that was... no. Let's do it on the piano. Because, I don't know. So that was... yeah. So then that was just the power chord in the left hand. Ooh, that's too high. Come on. And then down to E. Major. What was it? G. I am okay. I'm good at finding chords and working out melodies. I'm not good at playing in time. So I find it quicker to just kind of come in here and make chords from scratch. It's a good question. Sorry, for the benefit of people on Twitter, in Twitch, awkward. For the benefit of people on Twitch, Federico on and Ulrich both ask on YouTube. I'm quite a competent keyboard player, so why not use the retrospective record, then fix it rather than entering every note with the mouse. I actually find it easier to just come in here and double click and make stuff rather than having to find the pitches, play it through, oh that's the third pitch, and then sort of, I don't know, I just find this quicker for some reason. I might be wrong. I might have to time myself doing it one way and then the other just to see, but like I'm just so in the habit of doing it this way, it just feels easier. Yeah, because like I said, like my playing is fine, my like working out chords and melodies is okay on a piano, but I'm not good at playing in time. So there's always quite a lot of fixing that I have to do. Basically. So then that was G major, wasn't it? To A. Nice. Oh, and we'll do the sustain pedal as well. So, then do we keep the bass doing the ostinato maybe? Rather than having to worry about playing specific notes. Okay, we're getting there. That feels to me like the response to a call that we haven't heard, you know? So what else could we have there? That could end with... we could do something... Because we're in B. Maybe something. What was that? That could work. You paying attention? You know, sometimes it doesn't pick it up. Sometimes it doesn't pick up your recording all that well, which is really great, really, really helpful. Oh, is that it? That was it, wasn't it? So let's try that out. Da, 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 da. So we had those sort of aligned. That. Because of the sustain pedal. Let's turn that off first. Da. What was the next one? Ba, ba. Oh, where's it gone? Yeah, see, it's lost my chords already. It has, not me. And then some held chords. Bring those out a little bit. Bring that one here. And it was the same again. I think I might have that in the middle. And I do prefer that on the beat there. Yeah. I have heard of Carole King. Let's shove this in here and see what we got. So some of those bass notes are going to need to sync up. Let's have the pad in this instance just hold like a B5 or something, just to fill out space, kind of in the upwards register. Ah, yeah, that's a fun trick. So all it is you just select a clip and then control click another clip, enter, and you have both of them in the same editor. So you see that the piano in this instance is kind of grayed out, and the bass is a slightly more bright colour. And you can just click on the piano to sort of swap those over. It is tricky. It's not the most intuitive thing in Cubase, but it is real handy for this kind of thing where it's like, I don't want to have to worry too much about, I don't want to have to think for too long about what those left-hand notes are. I just want to get the bass playing the same pitches. So that's real handy. It's also real handy if, for example, I wanted to check that my drum parts and my piano parts were starting on the same beat, which I can see that they are because I'm a real smart guy. Great tip. Thanks for asking. That's one of those things that I stumbled across by accident many years ago and have taken for granted. It was one of those, hey, I wonder if I can type things. Turns out you can, which is real good. So let's open up. I'm going to add a chord track just because then it becomes a little easier to keep track of what's going on. Keep track of pun. Chord. There it is. I was stalling because I couldn't remember the name. So if I go right click, create chord events. There we go. Nice. Easy. I'm going to get rid of that second F minor there because I know that's F minor. Just happens twice for some reason. So then I can use that to sort of inform what I do here. So we go B. Let's get rid of that one. Oh no, we need the modulation. I'm going to have those an octave up. That happens on the and there. You could use the colours to not show velocity but match with chordal scale. That's true. I don't stick to chords and scales very often. So it's easier for me to have them as velocity, I guess, for some reason. I'm just used to seeing them in red, if I'm honest. Like I've opened, like the few times I've had to reinstall Cubase, I think they go color to pitch by default, and it freaks me out. Again, just habit, just force of habit. I'm so used to seeing them this way. How does that sound? Hard. Okay, so let's bring those down an octave because they're quite shrill at the moment. I think it's the tremolos making that kind of a pain in the butt. So maybe we'll just bring the tremolo down when that comes in. Let's change that slightly so we hold out the B power chord instead. Yeah. Bosh, bosh. Grab that. Move them over. Done. How does that sound? Okay, interesting. So it does feel a little bit like those sections don't gel with one another. I guess because this is more riffy and then this is more chordy. Let's have a listen from the start and see if we have any ideas. We might not, that's also fine. I want that to be lower. I think we were onto something when those drums were slightly more squished in terms of frequency. So I'm going to try this as well as, what was that? 3.1, 3. I'm just going to, God damn it. Copy, paste. I said, close enough. Yep, so then we'll still stay down there a little bit. I think that does work. I think we can do a couple things with it. I think we need a bit of space here. So I'm just going to cut all of those. I want that delay to be off by the time we get there. I want like a really short chord here that's going to be repeated a whole bunch with delay. Like so. I think I might also come in here and just increase the velocity of all of those. Because I think it's a bit too soft at the moment, like me. Let's try that. Just going to grab some of the lowest ones. Cool. So then we'll come in here, we'll go Steinberg delay, mono delay. Find the fastest delay there is. 32, 16, Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah. I'm going to cut that drum parts to come in shortly. Yeah, that could be softer, couldn't it? Let's try that. Maybe a bit more of a fade. Like so. Hey, no worries, Ulrich. Hope to catch you in a future stream. Take care, buddy. I kind of want... Okay, here's what I want. I need that to be on a effects send. Here's why. Add track, effects send. Because I want that delay to carry on under the next section. Which you can only really achieve this way, I guess. Let's just get rid of that. So we can keep that send going. Oh, I didn't actually attach it. Good. We can keep that send going the whole time. No, we can't. We need to automate that send. Because if we keep a send going the whole time, it's going to have everything in there with the delay effect. Which is not what we want. We want just that chord with the delay. So we're going to go sends FX1 level. And we're going to have that here. We're going to have that there. And then we're going to bring it right down immediately. We're going to lock that. Cool. This is going to have a delay set to 100%. We are going to do like a slight ping pong. It was 16ths, wasn't it? Yeah, there we go. I just want the snare. Bit of high filter, yeah. The high filter kills it off quite quickly, doesn't it? Ooh, what does that noise mean? Oh, thanks for the subscribe. Right, okay, that's a noise that I don't know if you folks heard. I definitely heard it. Thanks for the subscribe on YouTube there, buddy. Got distracted. I thought it was only piano. So then, yeah, I think we'll just treat that as if that's a brand new red section starting there. So we'll perhaps label this purple. Screw it. Halfway between blue and red. Yeah, purple. Put that there. Bosh, bosh, bosh. Yeah, that's a good point. We could always do that a little bit. That's quite nice, actually. Yeah, that's better. I think maybe I want to add like a bit of and remove the high filter. Yeah. Yeah, that's the one. Good shout, good shout. Piano delay. Just labeling that thing that you can't see because my face is in the way. So I was going to say, I feel like we want like a bit more drum kit from like a more predictable source. So I'm going to suggest Contact, and we're going to just add like, I think not hi-hats, maybe like a less annoying snare or something. Yeah, okay, let's do that. So we'll do like a roll. Oh, I need to probably put something inside of Contact, don't I? Session kit full. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Let's just loosen it up a little bit. You can do that inside of Contacts, but I am choosing not to. How does that work with the rest of it? Because then we can bring down the volume of the snare song. So then maybe here we'll just copy the snare pattern. I've done this ass backwards and my mouse is... come on. Phase cancellation going on with the drums. I don't believe so. I don't know where there would be an opportunity for that. I think they're just quite distorted. which in fairness was my point when we started. Let's same. Okay, let's try that. Maybe without the roll at the start. So perhaps here we can start just bringing down the volume of that snare. With the layering, again, I don't think there's any opportunity for... Yeah, because there's no snare layer, it's just the snare sample. I don't think there's anything else that would call phasing. I think we're just hearing a very distorted and then sort of pitch affected snare. Usually when you get like phasing issues, in my experience, you've got phasing issues. So we're going to add new. We're going to slide that over to level. And then we're going to find insert drum pad volume. There it is. So when this new snare comes in, we're going to just reduce the volume of our original snare a bit. Quite like that. Yeah, I quite like that actually. Maybe we stick some ride in there too. Just to really freak out the squares. Because that's what I like to do. Because then we can EQ this. So the acoustic kit layer. We're just going to EQ it as if it's overheads. Or are we? That's better. Oh, okay, I see what you mean. Right. So in that instance, yeah, there is a bit more of a risk there with instruments if you're sort of have two versions of the same thing, because we're using the same kit presets. You're right. The acoustic kit with the session mix, funk mix on the session kit, because we pitch shifted a version of that, or pitch shifted, we stretched it. So there is a chance of something, but luckily with drums, because the noises, because the sounds themselves are ka, and then they're gone, there isn't an opportunity for phase to become apparent, because they're so reliant on attack. I think if we were doing something with like a pad, if we were doing the same sort of routine with a pad, then there's a risk of that. But I think we're okay at the moment. Thanks for the salt, Captain Buddy. So then I guess we would go back into blue. I'm guessing. So we're going to right click show used automation, because then we know what to unlock in order to duplicate. Ba-da-da. Control D. There it is. So we're going to keep that snare low, and we're going to have a slightly different thing going on here. We'll keep the delay in there. We won't filter it out quite so aggressively. Although we will do a little bit. We'll keep that acoustic kit pattern going because I quite like that, the sort of rolls. Big fan of that. And then this pad can do the actual pattern, can't it? I don't know why that's a rhetorical question. Yes, we will hear it from the start momentarily. Not that I think we're in complete peace territory, but yeah, no, we'll hear it in its entirety. I think we'll just have that as the loop. I think that's quite a nice bit, but I don't necessarily buy it within the piece. Let's perhaps wrap up there though. Let's have a listen from the start and see where we are at. Yeah, it feels like we've got two sort of distinct parts. Like, I'm a big fan of this red section. I don't mind the blue section, but as a combo, I don't know. Sorry, I interrupted it. there's elements of it I really like, and there's bits of it that I don't know. I don't know if I want to scrap them. Not really sure. I quite like the drum beat, but it does get like a little exhausting to hear quite so often. By the way, we have objectively made a piece of music. That is the point. We did it. Success. Thank you so much for Collie Music for the stream. I follow her on Instagram. Let me check out her handle just to make sure I shout out correctly. Collie Music, CHOLLY Music, all one word. She makes music and stuff. It's pretty cool. I like it. She uses her face and voice more than I do. Why did I make it weird? Let's talk about the next few weeks. Just while you're a captive audience, next week, the 14th, 8 p.m. usual time, we're going to do guitars versus Chaos pads. I'm going to put one of my guitars through my 2 Chaos pads. It's going to be weird. It's going to be stupid. It's going to involve hardware. 21st, we're using Cubase only plugins. And the 28th, Monday, we're going to use just one sample. Don't know what it is yet. Federica, you're exactly right. Sometimes I'll make a great piece of music inside of 2 hours. Sometimes I'll make a piece of garbage. Sometimes it'll be fine. That's the way it goes. The point's to just get from start to finish. And the more often you start a piece of music and see it through to some kind of conclusion, and try not to get stuck in the pattern of just getting like a loop that goes round and round and doesn't really go anywhere. Once you make a piece of music that develops in some way and is about 3 minutes long-ish, once you get in the habit of just doing that, rinse and repeat, you make more music, and therefore you make more good music. Even if you make more bad music, you still make more good music because you're making more music. My arm hurts. I got my booster today. My arm really hurts. Thanks for the effort. Don't you worry about that. I will be back same time next week to screw around with guitars and Chaos pads. It's going to be stupid, but that's the point. Thanks for hanging out, folks. I'll see you later.